Dear brothers and sisters, embark on a captivating journey through the heart of the ancient world and immerse yourself in the majesty of the eternal city, exploring its iconic monuments, bustling streets, and monumental architecture. From the majestic Colosseum to the revered Roman Forum, every corner of the city comes alive with intricate detail and historical accuracy. Read on to discover Rome's architectural wonders, from the imposing structures of the Capitoline Hill to the majestic Pantheon. Explore the intricacy of private residences, public baths, and bustling markets, learning about the daily lives of the ancient Romans. Whether you're drawn to the political center of the Senate or the city's religious sanctuaries, this text provides a dynamic guide to Rome's archaeological wonders. This journey goes beyond traditional visualizations. It's a dynamic tool for historical exploration. Gain a deeper understanding of Rome's cultural heritage, urban planning, and the enduring legacy of one of history's greatest civilizations. Immerse yourself in the world of ancient Rome, where the echoes of triumphs and the whispers of the Senate and the spirit of the people come alive through our epic work. Immerse yourself in the fascinating history of this eternal city and experience the splendor of Rome and the height of its glory. Rome itself is breathtaking, jaw-dropping from above. Rome is beautiful from almost every angle. I've been dozen of times and still can't get enough because Rome is a city you love. However, as is often the case, the best view of the city is from a bird's eye view, and as always, its best and sunset. Rome from above, with its towers and domes, the Tiber River, its parks, and the bustling streets, fills my heart. But how do you admire the eternal city from above? This time, I've chosen my subjective list of places to admire the eternal city from above. The list may be updated someday. I'm heading towards the Millennium Aureum in the Roman Forum, a place once called the navel of ancient Rome and the entire world. Millennium Aureum. I haven't reached it yet. I'm gazing at the column oriented to greet people entering from the Argiletum, a street in ancient Rome that cut through the popular Subura district, all the way to the Roman Forum along the route of the present-day Via Leonina and Via della Madonna dei Monti. Then I descend towards Palatine Hill, the hill that started all this Roman commotion. There are places in Rome where history doesn't so much lie beneath your feet as reach out and demand your attention. One of them is Palatine Hill, a hill that looks unassuming but in reality holds all of Roman history in its grasp. This, my dear last ones, is where all the Roman commotion began. From the shepherd to the she-wolf to the emperors who considered a single family home to be a minimum of 12,000 square meters, 3 gardens, and a private library. All of this today lies in a state of slight romantic ruin. You can enter the Palatine Hill from Via di San Gregorio, the classic uphill route, or through the Roman Forum, ascending the Palatine Hill at Clivio Palatino, right next to the Arco di Tito. Both entrances lead straight into the heart of antiquity, and then there are on the ruins gardens, palaces, views of the Circo Massimo, and tons of people taking photos. This is where history began. This is where the rich and powerful lived. This is where emperors built their small and large private empires. And today it's one of the most magical corners of the Eternal City. If you want to truly experience antiquity, this is the place to be. Enter, sit on the grass, look at the Forum, then at the Circo Massimo, and say to yourselves, okay, I understand why Rome began here. A truly unique way to visit the Colosseum is undoubtedly the night tour. At certain times of the year, the Colosseum management organizes guided tours after closing hours, an unforgettable experience. Various guided tours also include visits to areas usually closed to the public, such as the third and fourth cycles of the Colosseum and the underground areas. Now is open a line of metro C. You may visit Colosseum Underground. The famous Colosseum in Rome is located in a very distinctive part of the city from a historical and artistic perspective, where you can visit other important sites such as Palatine Hill, the Roman Forum, I said, and Domus Aurea, Golden House. If the ruins of the ancient Rome fascinate you, don't miss other important sites like the Baths of Caracalla, the Catacombs, the Tomb of Cecilia Matella, the Pantheon, and the Era Pacis, Altar of Peace. Use the Rome map to guide you and help you discover these fascinating places. If you are in Rome, be sure to visit the Vatican. Inside you can lose yourself in the immense artistic heritage of the Vatican museums, where you can admire St. Peter Basilica and the Sistine Chapel, with its frescoes, and Michelangelo's famous Last Judgment, as well as the Vatican Gardens inside the Villa Borghese. I was there last time. Another beautiful place in Rome. You can visit the Galleria Borghese, which houses works of art from the 15th to 17th century by artists such as Caravaggio and Bernini. Other museums worth visiting include the Capitoline Museums and National Museum of Rome. On the ancient Via Appia, you can visit the Villa dei Quintili complex, and in the Lungotevere you can't miss the Castel San Angelo Museum. If you prefer to escape the city center, you can visit the Villa d'Este in Tivoli or stroll through the beautiful village of Castel Gandolfo on Lake Albano. Discovering Rome was always my first Easter, where faith and history intersect. The Western Roman Empire, and it existed for 500 years. Its fall symbolically occurred on September 476, when the Germanic leader Odoacer dethroned the last emperor, 13 years old Romulus Augustulus. The Germanic leader Odoacer overthrew the young ruler, forcing him to abdicate, symbolically ending antiquity and beginning the Middle Ages. Odoacer did not kill Romulus, but sent him into exile in Campania, sending his insignia to Constantinople. The last emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was a teenage emperor, reigned from 475, a puppet in the hands of his father, Orestes. Cause of fall, a revolt by mercenary troops led by Odoacer, I said, who demanded lands in Italy, which Romulus' father refused. This event marked the end of the Western Roman Empire. Odoacer declared himself king of Italy, recognizing the supremacy of the Eastern Emperor. Romulus Augustulus was settled in the Villa Castellum Lucullanum near Naples, where he received a pension and likely lived until around 536. The causes of the empire's decline can be traced to the migration period, as well as the constant invasions of barbarian tribes, Visigoths, Vandals, Huns, into the empire's territory, internal problems, political crisis, corruption with government, internal division, and high taxes. The increasing role of barbarians in the Roman army, which reduced its loyalty to the emperor. Numerous barbarian kingdoms arose from the ashes of the western part. The Eastern Empire, Byzantium, which survived for another 1,000 years, 476, marks the conventional end of the Western Roman Empire, although this process took decades. Who was the youngest pope in the history? Do you know? Benedict IX was around 20 years old when he became pope in October 1032. Other sources indicate he was 11 or 12, based on the unconfirmed testimony of Rodolphus Gleber, a monk from the monastery of St. Germanus in Auxerre. Beloved, ancient Rome. I will once again see the insula of the ancient Romans and the rich domus. Step inside a Roman domus, the private townhouse of ancient Rome's wealthy elite, and discover how architecture, space, and daily rituals revealed power and social status. In this episode, in this journey, we explore how the Roman upper class lived, worked, and ruled from within their homes. The Roman domus was far more than a residence. It was a carefully designed environment where public and private life intersected, from the atrium, where clients gathered for a daily salutatio, to the tablinum, where business and political influence were managed. Every room served a clear purpose. Beyond these public spaces lay the peristyle garden, a private retreat field with light, water, and controlled nature. The history explains how Roman architecture, furniture, and decoration shaped behavior and reinforced hierarchy. Movement through the house was intentional. Privacy increased with distance from the entrance, while status was displayed through space, light, and materials. By understanding the Roman domus, we gain insight into early Roman daily life, social structures, and values, revealing how power in ancient Rome was built not only in forums and temples, but inside the home itself. You may see also Spanish steps in Rome, beautiful. Another information. As Genius Zenon, commander of Apollo 17, took the last steps on the moon on December 14th, 1972, he said, "We live as we came, and God willing, as we shall return, with peace and hope for all mankind." Now, why haven't we returned to the moon since 1972? Sławosz Uznański-Wiśniewski. An astronaut could speed up man's return to the moon, I believe. K2 18b is exoplanet located about 120 light years from Earth in the constellation Leo. Observations from the James Webb Space Telescope detected atmospheric gases such as methane and carbon dioxide, a rich atmosphere with possible ocean conditions. While this discovery does not confirm alien life, it provides important evidence that K2 18b could have conditions that may support life. We made unforgivable mistakes. I'm going to the Eternal City again, I said, to tell Leo XIV that security is stability, and lack of stability is lack of security. I don't have a mass media to be heard and understood on a regular basis. The internet constantly devours many of my texts, which haven't been properly noticed by contemporary Poles. Prayer, therefore, is not enough. priestly witness is necessary. For this reason, I would like to be in Rome in this month. May God, may Jesus Christ bless you all.